the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between AFC North rivals. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it's all up next.
At the convergence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers, we're in the football town of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at Acrisure Stadium. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And we're off from Acrisure. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And leading them out, someone playing at a high level over a decade after entering the league. He's got a Super Bowl to his name. It's Russell Wilson.
Kate, Russell Wilson's one of the NFL's most experienced quarterbacks. He's also one of the winningest quarterbacks, even with a couple bumps in the road in Denver. Remember, over that decade in Seattle with Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom, there wasn't a quarterback that won more games in the history of the league over the first 10 years. 9 times to the Pro Bowl as well. Put a supporting cast around him, give him a run game and a defense, and Russell Wilson still knows very well how to play this game.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Wilson now gets this one to Harris. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
When Joe Burrow's between the white lines, he's one of the game's best and most entertaining quarterbacks. He just has a cool factor that is the envy of so many. Nothing seems to bother them other than some injuries that unfortunately have ended seasons early. When he's on the field, timing, the anticipation, Kate, the precision with which he plays, he has very few peers.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 41. Catch made by Chase Brown. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
To throw again, it's Burrow. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. This throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. Burrow out of the shotgun. And he sails that one over the end zone.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
So the incompletion on 1st, here's 2nd and goal. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he's brought down after a decent gain. A 4-yard pickup, and they're just inches shy as we reach 3rd down.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
On 3rd and goal, here's Burrow. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals have a great first drive and get the game's first points. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense for their 2nd drive of the game. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. They've got 1st down from the 31. Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he'll get it up to the 44. They get 13 on the pickup. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Wilson now, 1st and 10. And that is how our first quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Neither side separating much so far. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They start out 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Russ. Into the hands of Pat Freiermuth. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Steelers first down.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Wilson now from the gun. Caught by Freiermuth. He's got it in the red zone. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And they'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Freiermuth there to bring it in.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Shotgun handoff to Warren. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Wilson on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. And got his man. That's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Pat Freiermuth, the touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Bronk, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Chris Boswell for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers tie this game 7-7. Now Boswell on to send this away. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Bengals and running back Chase Brown getting set to begin another drive here. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Brown. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 now. Finds his man Chase. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson. It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. The Bengals looking down a very long field. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Finds Chase on the slant. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on a slant. You're just looking for a little short yard gain. But find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch. It's a perfect play to break it big.
Completes this one to Chase. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Buys time, rolling right. He can run it. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives him 1st and goal.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals get some late points and the lead. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Steelers taking over on offense with halftime rapidly approaching. And we're a shade away from 50 seconds to go in the half. That's enough time to put something together. Wilson on 1st and 10. Pass taken in by Fryermuth. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Russ now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Wilson. He's on the move. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Wanted to get that one to Mike Williams. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Now here's Russ. Getting out to his left. He's running for it. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Here comes Chris Boswell in the Steelers field goal unit. This is a 42-yard look from the left hash. Dicker connects there. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. A final throw before the break. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. That brings us to halftime with the visiting Bengals out in front. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Now Boswell on to send this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Out come the Bengals. It's their ball first, leaving the locker room. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. On first down, here's Burrow. This one taken in by Chase. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Second and 3 now. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Burrow from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Cole Holcomb has it. And the Steelers will be down inside the opposing 35 as they take over after that interception. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL. And especially in the second half, you have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
A run for Warren here to start the third. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Escapes out to the left. Now he takes it. 16 yards on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Harris. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Staying on the ground with Harris. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. 8 yards on that play, and they only have 1 now to go on 3rd down.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Wilson throwing 3rd and 1. Gets this one to Harris. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Here's Harris. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
And what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground to power it across, but there was no overcoming a front just as equally motivated to get off the field.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. Brown on the inside give. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Tackled by the venerable Cameron Hayward. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Receiver in motion, headed right. Burrow setting to throw. That one's complete, right side. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Minka Fitzpatrick in on the stop.
It's sure nice to have that safety valve. Sure nice to have a running back that's not just able to tote it, Kate, but he's able to catch it. That's now multiple times they've looked his way, and multiple times he's delivered.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Burrow out of the shotgun. And it's incomplete, so that's going to bring up 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. And he's in a real tough spot for his first kick. And he drives it towards the other end of the field. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Steelers have a short field in front of them as they take over. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Russ looking to throw. He's going to push one deep. Brought in inside the 20. And he'll go down here at the 16. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He's got Harris. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Steelers football. A nice help for them as they trail entering the quarter. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Wilson now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He slides down inside the 5-yard line. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal. Back now, pressure on its way. Cut near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers take a 4th-quarter lead. George Pickens the touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers push their lead to 3. Now Boswell on to send this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. On the handoff, this is Brown. And he's tackled for a short gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Here's Brown again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
He'll throw it. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those 2, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
They'll bring out the punter here. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Steelers will take over possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Ross off the play fake. Caught by Freiermuth. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
This is Harris on 2nd down. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. It looked like they had it, but nope, no gain, and now they're just inches short for 3rd down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers only up by a few. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Harris once more. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. New set of downs for him at the 38. Going to the ground again on 1st. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Running behind center with Harris. And he's brought down after a short gain. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Setting up to pass. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. He's down to a knee, and the Steelers getting ready to celebrate this victory.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. Well, Brock, the fans, all right, here we go, Steelers, as they take the win on the North Shore. And, partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days always makes the win a little bit sweeter when it comes against a rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more emotion. There just is.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to keep every game level, and no opponent's bigger than the other, but familiarity does breed a little more contempt, and we could feel it today, and that's why that W is a little bit sweeter.
This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The